All right, edition of the society with my humble self, Madam Chi. Of course, this show is bettered out of the passion, out of concern, out of care, out of love for human. That is where this show is bettered from. And on this show, we'll be talking about series of issues. We're bringing up specialists. We're bringing up professionals from different fields to be able to address the society. Who are the society? You are one of them. I am one of them, and my humble guest is also one of them. Don't forget, on this show, you have a story you want to share with us. You want the world to hear your story. You want people to come to your aid. We are always open for this. And also on this show, we'll be reaching out to a lot of people in our own little way, in our society, around our environs, and the world at large. And today I have with me in the studio to open up the show with me is none other person than my own humble mama. Of course, anytime we call her, she's always answering. Immediately you call, she said, "Don't worry, I will be there." She's a child counselor. She's an instructor. She can tutor your child. She can help you train your child. The CEO, the founder, the owner of Triple C, Complete Child Counselor. She's no other person than Mrs. Precious Osagie. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you, ma.
All right, thank you very much. You're looking very beautiful this
Thank
morning.
You too.
Yes, we'll be doing justice to the topic we have at hand, and today we'll be dealing with discipline. And in discipline, we're looking at spank or speak. Which one do you think sings better? Which one do you think sits better? Which one do you think that our children understands better? This and more we'll be talking on the show while we go on a quick, as in very quick break. When we get back from the break, of course, she will dive into the topic in full. Don't touch the dial. We will be right back. Quick break, and it's still the society with my humble self, Madam Chi. And of course, Viewer has given us the platform for visibility to be able to reach a large audience. That is why they've given us this platform. And of course, you, whatever you can do, you are free to do so. And ma, you're welcome once again.
Thank you, Madam Chi, and congratulations for this wonderful program that you just put up.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I feel like it's okay. Let me leave my feelings one side and let's dive into the topic of today. Discipline.
Discipline. Discipline is a word that has been abused, and if you want to compare between the olden days and today, there are a lot of difference when we come about discipline. But according to the dictionary, what is discipline? Discipline is said to enforce a compliance or control. It's a set of rules to regulate one's behavior. So when we are talking about discipline, I think there are two categories of people here now. The person you want to discipline and the person that is disciplining somebody. Which is okay. Right now we are looking at from the home front right now.
Yeah.
And discipline, I'm going to be speaking as a Christian, as a child of God, as a minister. So permit me to quote some scriptures during my teaching, because I know when it comes to discipline, it's not about religion. It's an assignment that was given to all parents. I know all viewers that are listening to me all over the world, being a Muslim, Christian, whatever is that religion, we are not. It's an assignment that will be given to parents. We are told that train up your child in the way that it should go. There is a way that it's supposed to go. So to enforce that compliance that we are talking about this morning, that is what brings me to my subtopic. Is it to spank or to speak? That spanking can be maybe beating or counseling. Which do you think is more effective? You know, yes, during our days, our parents believe in beating. They can bite you. They can do a lot of things, and we are okay by it. But those things you are saying you can't do it these days. The world is changing also, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what are those assignments in the first place? The assignment given to parents. Number one assignment, we are giving assignment to train, to mold to children,
To train.
to correct, to guide, to punish, to reward, to instruct, to warn, to teach, to love during all the formative, years. So when you look at all these things are itemized, training, molding, you are to mold them, don't break them. So of course, in the process of molding, we break. Go and ask somebody that are into clay pots. When you don't handle those things with care, they can scatter. You have to start all over again. So when you are molding your child, be very careful so that you don't break them. I'm just establishing something here. Correcting. Correct, don't compare. Don't compare. Don't let it be comparison among siblings or comparing them with someone else. If you want to correct a child, your child default or do something that is wrong, correct that child based on that action. Don't start comparing. Don't you see so person is better than you? Don't you see your sister is this than you? You cannot get that result. That desire, that thing. When you say you are correcting, you want a change, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if you want a change, for you to get that your desire change, you must do the right thing. The right measurement, the right action must be put in place. If not, you will not get it. You must guide. You that you are guiding, they say what you don't have, you cannot give.
You can't give.
You want to correct your child, don't lie. And every time when your children they are with you, they hear daddy on phone or mommy. Hello, is that Mr. Chus? Maybe you are owing the, or you want to supply something. I'm sorry, I'm in Abuja right now. Your children will look at you now. And that child will steal and you are beating that. You are not morally justified to do that.
Yeah.
So in guiding, you are taking the lead. You must have give an exemplary life to that children. Then you have to teach also. In teaching also, children learn from what you do, not what you say. More than what you say, they learn from what you do, your actions. So what you don't want from your children, you better don't do it. Be very, very careful. Reward. Most African, or let me cut it down to Nigeria, we don't reward children. I'm this kind of person. I'm used to when I send my child, please give me water. When they come, I say thank you. It's natural. It has become part of me. I don't want to say, okay, it's at least my right now, it's my child. You are supposed to do that thing. Why would I tell you thank you?
I say thank you? Not even having please.
Not even having place. Or when they even come, they do something nice, you don't reward. We are very good at criticizing. You only see the negative parts. When they do something that makes us proud, learn to reward also. Simple thank you. Simple pat on the back. Hug. You can do all those things. It makes you to achieve all those things. Give instruction. Something happened, a parent was telling me, he's supposed to do it. He's supposed to know that he's supposed to do. No, I said no. That is why we are parents. That is why we are here. That is why God give that instruction. Train. Don't assume that child is supposed to know what to do. Do what? Give instruction. Then also warn. A child is going through something that you know that is dangerous. Warn that child. That's road. The Bible said there is a way that seemeth right. He said that the end of that way is destruction. So give them that warning. And also teach in love. Love also. All these are the assignments that I've listed that God has given to us as parents. So now, we are talking about, do you beat, do you spank, or you speak?
You speak.
When you talk about spanking and speaking, it depends on the age.
So age range.
There is an age we call the formative, age. Let me say between the age of 0 and 5, I can even extend it. Because you don't expect a child of 5 years old want to start counseling, want to start speaking.
They won't listen.
They don't even have that time. They are restless. They are hyper. They are jumping from one place to another. They don't see. You can't get their attention. So those are not the child you want to counsel. So in that age, at least spanking we do, was in love. And be very careful also. Hear this, parents. where you beat your children. Some parents slap
The ear, the cheek,
the ear.
Yeah.
Anything, anywhere that you beat them, that will have an aftermath, maybe negative, please don't do it. Giving them knock on their head, those are not called for. So please, even in that formative state that we say we are beating or we are spanking,
We spank, not beat.
we can even beat, but know the right place.
To beat that child.
The leg, their buttocks, you know, and after doing it, let them know that what you did was wrong.
You still use words.
Worse. But I saw a lot of parents today, in fact, they are the problem of the children. They, you know, a child, even a baby that is sucking, that baby gave you a bite on your nipple, you spank that baby.
Of course.
You see that in the next 1 month, that baby will not try that again. You just send a message to that what you did was wrong.
Yeah.
They understand.
They do.
So you don't just like start petting your child until you spoil them in the future. They not give you issue. You started saying it's one witch, it's one that. No. When they do something wrong, like all the things we listed, there is correction. Correct them. That's what you want to achieve, so that they can come out better. But when they do something, you turn yourself, I will not buy biscuit for you. I will not do this for you. No. Or you start threatening. Your threat, you don't bring, I will beat you. I'll beat you. And your children keep on hearing that without you carrying out that action, they will become worse. They will take you for granted. Mommy just say I will beat you. She will not do it. But when they know that you're serious about it, they will know. This one will put them on a check. They know what to do. So please, the formative stage again, which is 0 to 5, there's nothing wrong when you spank that child. It is not abuse as we see these days. It is not. They are your children. But what we are saying here this morning is that even in beating or spanking them, please know the area to beat. Like I said, you don't slap your child. You don't give them knock on the head. You know, their spinal cord. You be very careful, please. The delicate area that you know that at the end stage you be the one to foot the bill, you be the one to be in trouble, one letter scatter. So please, no. The buttocks is a very good place, or their leg, or their hand. You know, I know all those things, the way we were brought up, we can't try that these days. If you try it, you know, all our children now, they know road to courts. They know that you can get a lawyer and you can sue you and everything. They are bringing all the Western whatever thing to Nigeria now, that you can sue your parents and everything. They will sue us. Those days, our parents, when they are so angry, they don't know what to do. They can put
and bite you.
They can bite you on your hand. They can bite you on your back. Just to get that satisfaction that they want to punish you. But you can't try that these days. If you try it, they call it child abuse. They call it different names. But in all this, what do you want to get to correct that child? For that child to, you know, to be useful to himself and useful to the society. That is why we are looking at discipline this morning, because we can see a lot of indiscipline, even both in parents, both in adults, and we know that it starts from this childhood. Adults today that are misbehaving is not somebody that raised them.
Of course.
So the future, which is our children, tomorrow leader now. That is why we are speaking out now. We want them, you know, to turn out well. That is why we are teaching even some parents, they don't even know how to handle their children. You know that when you have 5 children, you have 4, you don't, the way you deal with one is not the way you do the second one.
Different.
They have their own life. This one can be gentle, the other one can be stubborn. So don't say because the other one is stubborn, you not treat everybody the same. No. So you must know every child is unique in their way, and you deal with that child in their own uniqueness. Be very, very careful. Like I said, in molding, don't break them. In molding them, don't break them. Be very, very careful. Where you are supposed, to administer reward, give reward. Where you are supposed to give instruction, give instruction. Yes. Where you are supposed to spank, please. Before we started this program, I was talking to my host here about a woman that was going to the office, well dressed in her suit. She said, "Mother, maybe probably is taking the child to daycare, but so that she will not get late, instead of me, holding the child to work hand in hand with her, she backed this boy and rushed to the ATM to collect money. But on the line, this boy was misbehaving. drawing her hair, somebody that's going to the office that is well dressed, drawing her hair, draw all manner of things. There's nothing stop you as a mother to spank that child, so that at least you just do to correct that child. That's what you are doing to check that child. But what did you see? Hey, Junior, don't worry, and still live here. You know, that child will know I'll buy you biscuits. And you see that child is disgracing you right there outside publicly. No, please, mothers, let us be very careful. Let us be very careful. We see this play out every day. What will be the aftermath of all those things? That child will grow to be 15, 16, and they start disobeying. They become rebellious. Before you now start taking them to one. Please catch them young from that formative state now, from that 0 to 5 years now. Please apply the right action when they go wrong, and when they do something good also give them the reward also.
All right, we'll be going on a quick break, and when we get back from this break, a lot of things, I know you've heard it all, and please join our social media platform. On Facebook is at View Radio, on our YouTube is at View Radio. Drop your comment, drop your thoughts, drop your opinion, drop your question, and if you have a story you want to share, a story you want the world to hear, or probably you don't want to appear on this society on your own, but you want someone to help you share your story. Are you being molested? Are you being abused? And you're looking for a platform to be able to reach out to people, please, you can also send me a mail directly at madamchi@gmail.com, madamchi@gmail.com, or call me directly, or drop a WhatsApp message on 07051237955. We can be able to pick it up from there. We'll be right back after this quick break. All right, you are welcome back from that break, and we are still here on the society with myself, Madam Chi, and of course my guest. She's doing justice. When I say justice, she's doing justice to the topic we have at hand, and we are here on View Radio. Drop your comment, like I said, drop your thoughts, drop your opinion, drop your questions, all on our social media platform. At all of them is View Radio, one word. You'll be able to get us, and also drop whatever you want to drop. And please, see, when we're talking about child discipline, it has to do with a lot of things, and she has said basically everything. But in case you're confused at a point, in case you don't get it right, in case you're still wondering if what she's saying is applied to you, you can also drop the question. She's still here. She will answer to your question. And well, before we go on the next break, we'll be displaying a picture to you, a video, and I'll be explaining this so you understand what we are talking about. And this brings me to my first question. Beating a child, maybe these children, the truth is that they can be annoying. Like, children can be annoying at times. Like, they can push you to the point of you want to, they push you to the wall, you want to turn back and even kill that child. Beating a child and leaving scars. I beat my child because I'm angry I was angry at a point and because of what they did, or sometimes we beat them based on you were angry or you were frustrated or you were going through something and you bring the anger home.
No, transfer the aggression.
So any little thing they do, maybe you went out, you didn't sell, or you were actually you were broke. You were broke and
you want to pour the
aggression,
Nigerian problem on their head.
You want to pour the whole thing on their head, and you beat that child to the extent of leaving a scar in that child's body. Is it part of the spanking you're talking about now?
No, definitely not. When we are talking about spanking, and I told you about age grade anyway, like those baby, like my daddy or mom will say, when you are beating a child, you do your hand like this. You don't open your hand.
So it won't be very painful.
So that is the, but it still is the age, You don't beat a child and you now leave that mark. That means you don't want that thing to go. The abuse and everything you're talking about, why are they people being, stigmatized today and everything? Because they still see this scar till tomorrow. Somebody that is raped can never forget that thing. So it's as good as a child that you beat and you leave that mark. Each time that child goes back, even when you parents see that mark, I'm very sure you will not be happy with yourself.
No, it's me.
So you don't need to do that. So that is why we're saying when you do the spanking, you tell your child, bring your hand. And the hand will not break now, it will not cut now. Before you know it now, even though it's red at that time, before you know, after 30 minutes, the thing is gone. You not see any sign of beating anything. So that's what I'm talking about. You don't beat, and don't beat out of anger. When you are angry, you don't beat out of anger. And when you are going through, please don't transfer your aggression to children. The country is beautiful, it's hard. Don't come home and pour all somebody step upon you, you fought at the bus stop, somebody insulted you. Don't bring all those home on those innocent soul. Please, you don't do that. We are talking about spanking. It's still like when we're talking about the other age upward, definitely not spanking again. And that I can't have a boy of 15 years old and I'll be beating that child. I'm wasting my time, because even your body will be paining you for doing that. So those are the other one. We'll talk about the speaking, the counseling aspect. Even the Bible saying the multitude of counsel, there is safety. So in those categories, what I do when I was raising my children by the grace of God, I give them punishment. I don't even beat. So, and they hate that, because that one, you will never go back to such thing again, because your body will hate you. I can tell them to sit down, raise their two hands like this. Even in less than 5 seconds, you see them sweating.
Yeah. So
I don't beat, but I can give you punishment. That is me. I'm talking about personally.
Yeah.
So because of that, my children, they won't. So they arrange themselves. So it depends on what works for you. I say, okay, that's work for you, but I know no child wants punishment. So my children will prefer me beating them than to give them that punishment. Is that when I ask them, come and sit down, do like this, you see them sweating and beg me. And another thing that I used to discipline, I know that they are very afraid of cockroach. So when they offend me, I don't want to beat them. I take them to the store and I will not lock them up there for 5 minutes. By the time they come out, they are sweating. So all these things put them in check. They don't want to. I know. I'm talking about teenagers now.
Yeah,
we're not talking about children. We have left the issue of the baby, the formative now. We are talking about the teens now. So cane, you don't use cane on such one now. Even in school, when we are in secondary school, we know that those teachers that we know that they are very, very, they are weak. We call them wickeders. That beat. Some of us are used to them. Beating.
You stretch your hand.
After receiving you walked away.
And continue.
You continue with that behavior. They don't get that desired results. It's just like, when I see our rehab today, or somebody going to the prison, they come back to become hardened. Why? It's supposed to be a corrective way, but there's no correction there, because they don't put things in place to correct those children. Somebody go to rehab and coming back to become worse person, because the corrective measure is so. When you say you want to correct, you want to discipline is for do what? To correct. You don't want that child to go back to that thing again. The question is, okay, I'm doing this method. Am I getting that desired results? You say a child is stealing, you are beating, and he still goes stealing. That means you are not getting this. Why don't you sit down and say, okay, this thing is not working. Why don't you do something else? So that's what we are talking about. They say you discipline your child. You must be able to sit down and say, what I'm doing, is it really working?
Is it giving me results?
Is it giving me that desired result? Am I fulfilled? Is it child giving me rest? Because there's a place in the Bible say you have to train them so that in your old age they will give you rest. He said a child that you did not train, that is a child that will sell your property. When you see those child they say it's not for sale, you know that there's a problem in that family. any house you see not for sale, go and make investigation. There's a problem. It starts from what you are disciplined. So please, parents, let us do the right thing, and we too, let us do the right thing, because we cannot be doing wrong thing in society. You are the parent. You go to, let's say, BRT now, you jump queue, everybody's on the queue, you are doing the wrong thing. How do you want to correct? Sometimes when I look at some old people, I say, how do you correct your children at home when they misbehave outside?
That's what they used to put.
Why do you correct your children at home if you are doing this? So please, parents, let us check ourselves, because children mostly of the time they learn from what they see, not really necessarily what you say. So you don't be that, that leader or that parent that you are a dictator. You don't want them to learn from what you are doing, but what you say. They won't listen to you. They won't grow up to become worse person. So please, what is that thing that you are doing? Is giving you the desired results? That's your discipline. Whether you are spanking, whether you are talking, is it giving you the desired result? Is what you should look out for, because that is the essence of the discipline. We want our children to be good. We want our children, to be responsible to themselves, to the society, to the family. We don't want them to drag this family name to the mud. So do the right thing, please, parents.
Do the right thing, parents. It's all about the society. We want our society to get better. We want our children to get better. It has to start from we, the parents. And because of our time is fast spent, and we have a lot of things to talk about, but I don't know at this point. Okay, you're just going to drop your comments, drop your questions, drop whatever you want to ask them. But I have this last question. While she talked about the spanking, the beating, the counseling. So I want to know the age you stop beating a child. Like, what age do you think, as a parent, I should stop beating my child? I should start counseling. At what age?
Like we said, the formative age is just like 0 to 5. Not that the children that they are restless, they cannot really sit down in one place for you to start counseling them. So I would say from age 10 upward, which that is like the pre-teenage age, you should be able to talk to your children. You should be able to sit them down. If they can sit down in class and learn, they should be able to sit down to listen to you also. So let them understand why this should be like this, why this should be like this, and do everything in love. So I want to say from the preteen age, which is like from 10 upward, you should, there's no need for beating. So I mean, it should be more of counseling than beating. Not that once in a while when they do something that really well, you cannot like spank them or beat them. But from age that preteen age, I think you should stop beating and go more of counseling, go more of talking than beating, which is the speaking now, than you believing in beating. Like if you want to apply, like I said, my punishment once in a while, but most of the time I do talking. There are time I do general talking for my children. At time I call them individually, depending on what this one is a boy, I want to talk to him separately. This is a girl, I want to talk. Even among the girls, I want to, there are times I talk to them individually. There are times, general talk, I talk to them. So we must know all this. And God will really help us to raise these children for Him, to raise godly children, and with good morals and good behavior, so that by the grace of God, even heaven also will be happy with us that we have done a good job when it comes to raising our children. And so I pray God will help us. In case you are here, there is some scripture to back up all the things that I've said. We have Proverbs 22:15, Proverbs 23:13 to 14. We have Proverbs 19:18, Proverbs 29:15. All those ones are the book, where God told us, how to go about disciplining our children. And I pray that God will really help us in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen. Yes, we want a better family. We want a better husband. We want a better wife. We want better children. We want a better society. And all of this begins with you and me. So put yourself in check. Put your children in check. Whatever you're doing, like on your day-to-day activity, put them in check. The society must be better. We must be better. We must be united in love, and it starts from you and I. Join us again next week, same time, same station. You have any question, you can follow her personally. Please tell them your social media handle. You can tell them personally on Facebook, On Facebook is Triple C. Yes, Triple C, Complete Child Counselor. That's on Facebook. You can follow them on Facebook. And also, you can also follow her personally on her Facebook platform, Precious Osagie. That's on her Facebook platform. You can follow her personally. You want to discuss personal issues with her, you can follow her on her personal platform. And like I said earlier, you have a story you want to share. You are being burdened, you are being abused, you are being bullied, you are being molested, and you want to share your story. Send me a mail on my personal email address, madamchi@gmail.com. Call me also on 070-5123-7955. You can also send a WhatsApp message. That will be all for now. Join us again while we do better work to the society, to the betterment of the society and the world at large. We are open for you to sponsor us. We're open for you to partner with us, both home and abroad. The door is widely open. And that's all for now. Bye-bye.